Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, today we'll continue with session 3 of the story of Prophet Adam alayhi salam. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Adam alayhi salam went down to earth. He had on his head a crown from a tree of Jannah. He found himself alone on a mountain peak in India. He looked right and left. He turned on his heels. He looked as far as he could see. He saw nothing besides the earth and sky. He felt lonely and afraid. He remembered Jannah. He remembered being happy near Allah. He was not thrown out of Jannah and did not know what to do. He was again alone as he was before. Where was Hawa, who was with him in Jannah? Where was she? He missed her and wanted to meet her. All his hopes were in meeting her on earth. He looked on the mountain but did not see any trace of her. His eyes became wet and his tears started flowing. He cried because he was away from Allah in Jannah and away from Hawa on earth. At that time, Hawa was at Makkah on earth. She was alone. Adam alayhi salam was not with her. She did not have him to talk to. There was nothing but complete quiet in the air. The only humans were her and Adam alayhi salam, but they were now separated. She looked for Adam alayhi salam, but did not find him. She wished that he was with her, to take away her sad loneliness. She cried so much, she almost died of all the crying. Hawa was sleeping in Makkah, and Adam alayhi salam was sleeping in India. The sun rose and night changed into day. Adam alayhi salam awoke and saw his first morning on earth. He looked at the shining sun. The crown which he wore dried up until the leaves fell into pieces. The leaves fell on the earth and became the trees of perfumes in India. Adam alayhi salam went through the wide world. He did not find anyone else. He said, "O my Rabb, is there nobody besides me in this world to recite your glory and praises?" He heard Allah saying, "I shall make from your children in this world who will glorify me and praise me. I shall make houses in which the believers will remember me. I shall make one of these houses a house named after me. I shall make it a blessed and safe place. I will make it the first house put for mankind. They will come to it from every place, reciting my glory, praise, and talbiyah. He who comes to it for Hajj is my guest. It is the duty of a generous person to honor his guest. O Adam, you will build it, and the Anbiya and nations after you, Nabi after Nabi, and nation after nation." Adam alayhi salam was clever. When his Rabb told him that he would have children, he knew that he would meet Hawa. However, something else now worried him. He wished for the house of Allah which he was to build, and in which people would remember Allah. He wanted to go there and to be able to see it. He wanted to make tawaf around it, just as the angels make tawaf of Allah's throne in heaven. Adam alayhi salam rushed to Makkah for the Kaaba. He saw that there was a faraway shape of a person who was also rushing. He went nearer to the person, and the person became clearer. It was a woman. The woman was Hawa. His heart started beating faster. He hurried to her with joy like a flying bird. It was Hawa, his beloved wife, and a remembrance from Jannah. When she saw him, she fell into his arms. Both of them wept out of joy at meeting each other again. Adam alayhi salam and Hawa had recognized each other, Ta'arafa, at Makkah. That place was therefore called Arafat. The Muslims go to that mountain every year as part of Hajj. Adam alayhi salam went with Hawa to see Allah's house. It was a single ruby. They made tawaf around it, and in that way started the acts of Hajj and Umrah. They went back to India. They lived in a cave and slept in it at night. Their life on earth had begun. That will be it for session 3. Inshallah, we'll start with session 4 of the story of Prophet Adam alayhi salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.